Over the weekend, we got some much anticipated details about Far Cry 6 for Stadia, as well as another game in the Far Cry series to be landing on the platform. Let's get into it. See, additional Stadia Far Cry content revealed for later this year. It's SDO Daily, baby. Let's talk about it. What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy, MM2K of PNTS Network and the Stadia Dosage platform, here for another SDO Daily. Do us a huge favor before we get into this one. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Rock those bells for notifications, please, so you know when your boy's dropping these doses. We appreciate all of you straight up. You know the deal, you know the reason, and by now you should know the slogan. It hasn't changed, even though some of the scenery has. We are not too proud to ask. And while we're talking about that, if you're watching this as a Stadia premiere, as a lot of these are introduced, and you want to get braggadocious in the chat, you want to ask us a question that you need us to answer at a later time, or you simply want to help out the platform, feel free to hit that super chat button below and leave us a comment. It goes a long way to make this a better platform for you. Okay, let's get on to today's story. All right, so first and foremost, let's get everybody caught up to what's going on as far as this Far Cry content. Then we're going to talk about the actual story itself, and then we're going to give our impressions. So first and foremost, let's refresh everybody on what's going on, just in case you've been living under a rock. First and foremost, now the community has always wanted Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 3 related content added to the platform. This has been particularly since Division 2 looked so daggone great on the platform. They wanted more Ubisoft content, and particularly they wanted Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, the DLC, all that stuff added to the platform as well. Now, even though no word yet on the original Far Cry 3 game has yet to surface as in relation to Stadia, we got word recently that Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon was coming later this year. So let me tell you where this is coming from, and we could talk about it on the back end as far as what this all means. All right. So now let's see the story. Let's talk about it and get our thoughts on the back end, like we said. Let me show you something. All right, there we go. So this news story is coming to us courtesy of VG 24/7. Shout out to them. The story reads: Far Cry 6, a roadmap reveals season pass and post-release content. Extra content to keep you playing. This is from Stephanie Nunnally, I believe that is. I hope I didn't butcher that. And it reads as follows: Ubisoft has provided details on its post-launch plans for Far Cry 6. In addition to the season pass, which includes 3 DLC episodes, the game will feature an extensive content roadmap that will bring a stream of content to the game following its release. With the season pass, you will take control of the series villains Voss Montenegro, Pagan Min, and Joseph Seed, all played by the original cast. Now, over the course of 3 DLC releases, the characters will be struggling to escape the horrors of their own minds in a die and retry roguelike mode. Starting with nothing more than a pistol, you will need to find new weapons and unlock power-ups to become stronger and progress deeper into the depths of the villain's psyches. All right. It continues to read, though, however, the season pass is included with Far Cry 6 Gold, Ultimate, and Collector Editions, and is available for purchase separately. The 3 DLC episodes are playable solo or in co-op with a friend. That's dope. Even if they do not own the game. Wow. That's awesome stuff. Here's what's included in the pass. Episode 1, Voss Insanity, planned for release in November 2021. Episode 2, Pagan Control, planned for release in January 2022. Episode 3, Joseph Collapse, planned for release in March 2022. The season pass also includes Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Now here we go into the content that we were talking about. Now on PC, Season Pass holders will receive the original game released in 2013, while console and Stadia players will receive Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon Classic Edition. The pass will also come with Blood Dragon set, which includes 7 items usable in the Far Cry 6 main game. And they detail those things on what they are. So, with all that said, my friends, what are our thoughts on the back end as far as this additional content coming to the platform? Let's talk about it. I think it's cool to finally know when Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is releasing on the platform. We've heard a lot about this in several Assassin's Creed games. There's still some games left that we heard about earlier coming to Ubisoft and the Ubisoft Plus service on Stadia. And I think a lot of people still want that Far Cry 3 though, the original one. But I think they'll settle for Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon because it is a great game. And from what I understand, this is not the original game as far as the assets are concerned. I think this is like a Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon remake, if my memory serves me right. I could be wrong here. So that's great. It's a great game. I loved it. Far Cry 3 is my favorite one in the well, I'm lying there because I love Far Cry 5. I put so much time in Far Cry 5. I'll tell you what, Far Cry 3, as far as the story is concerned, is my favorite. But as far as gameplay and just being immersed in that world and just doing all types of crazy stuff, Far Cry 5 takes the cake. I still love that game, and I've played it everywhere. I'm heavily anticipating the arrival of Far Cry 6, the content, and hopefully Far Cry 3 as well. As long as there's a way to play that game at 60 frames per second. And that's a whole nother discussion. So we're keeping our fingers crossed as far as that is concerned. But again, great news for those that are heavily anticipating Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. It is supposed to be coming in culmination with the deluxe editions and stuff like that. And there might be a standalone release on the Stadia platform as well. With that said, that's it from your boy MM2K. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Like I always say, who cares what I think? But if you did like what we had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the Stadia Dosage. With all that said, again, I want to remind everybody, go become an Ubisoft Plus member now and grandfather yourself into that deal where you can become a cloud member and a PC member all for the same price. Go ahead and do that right now. And until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.